For 5 years, I remained secretly married to an Academy Award winner who courted scandals yet refused to acknowledge me. On the reality show, everyone probed whether I'd ever been in love. Even he smiled and asked, "Professor Chow, I know many eligible bachelors. Shall I introduce you to one?" In my past life, this was the day I'd angrily produced our wedding ring. The rising starlet Lily had fled in tears. Though Ethan Shin said nothing then, his demeanor grew increasingly cold afterward. When I hemorrhaged during pregnancy, he dined at a Michelin-star restaurant celebrating Lily's birthday as I was wheeled into surgery. When thugs Lily hired violated me and I begged for his help, he merely watched with indifference. Only then did I understand. To him, I was just some shameful ornament kept in shadows. Reborn, I simply smiled. "I am engaged. To an outsider. We marry this month's end." Gasps erupted around us. None expected such a public confession on air. Ethan's face darkened, his grip warping the glass in his hand. As he struggled for words, the radiant Lily by beside him fluttered her lashes. "Wow, Professor Chow, you've hidden this so well. Would you have told us if not for losing truth or dare?" The live broadcast ignited instant pandemonium across streaming platforms. "Joanna Chow's fans must be so miserable. Your idol has abandoned you all for love. Hee hee. Our Lily is so much better, career-focused and ambitious. Men need not apply. Who says we're miserable? Joanna won us over with her acting, and she's already swept all the major awards. What's wrong with her dating? Unlike some people Lily who still hasn't made a name for herself. Besides, our JoJo said long ago she'd find someone when the time was right." I smiled faintly. Even if hidden deep, I'm still the rightful wife. In my past life, I'd always believed Lily, but I was unaware of Ethan Shun's relationship with me, that she too had been deceived. But it wasn't until my dying breath, when Lily came to flaunt Ethan's devotion, that I realized she'd known everything from the start. Lily's expression flickered, though the other show guests didn't notice, instead eagerly asking me, "Joanna, who is it? Can we see a photo? An outsider who's worthy of our Joanna? I'm dying to know." I smiled. "He prefers to stay out of the spotlight. I'll introduce you all someday." The moment I finished speaking, a derisive snort cut through the air. Lily arched a brow, eyes glinting with challenge as she stared at me. "Joanna, surely you're not making this up? At your age, it'd be downright pathetic if you didn't have someone. Don't you agree? Academy Award winner Shun?" Lily blinked playfully at Ethan Shun, sticking out her tongue with impish charm. My fists clenched as Ethan Shun obligingly murmured an acknowledgement the very next second. Lily's laughter bubbled brighter. I scoffed at myself internally. Just moments ago, I'd foolishly allowed hope to flutter in my chest. The guests hurried to smooth things over. "Don't be upset, Professor Chow. Lily's always joking around. This is Professor Chow's private matter. We really shouldn't pry." As I opened my mouth to respond, a male voice rang from the doorway. "Excuse me, is Yin Yin here? I've come to take her home." All heads turned toward the lean young man, lounging against the doorframe, one hand casually tucked in his pocket, raven black locks curled slightly over his temples, his sharp brow ridges like mountain ridges carved by blades, his features porcelain fair and devastatingly handsome. When our eyes met, my breath caught. He smiled at me. "Yin Yin, your shift's over." The live broadcast chat exploded. "Holy shit, this guy's unreal. Is he Joanna Chow's mysterious boyfriend? Damn, I thought Joanna was lying, but here's her man picking her up from work." Rising from my chair, I nodded to the room. "I'll take my leave now." From the moment I stood, I felt scorching eyes boring into my back. I didn't turn around. Just as I was about to step out the door, Ethan Shun's icy voice called after me, "Joanna Chow." My footsteps faltered as I turned to face him. "Is there something you need, Professor Shin?" His expression darkened, displeasure gathering in his eyes. Lily curved her lips at me. "It's my birthday celebration today. Academy Award winner Shun is hosting it for me. Will you join us, Professor Chow?" I glanced at Ethan Shun, who remained silent. "No." Withdrawing my gaze, I walked out. "Happy birthday." I have other matters to attend to. The weight of that stare didn't leave me until I'd settled into the car's back seat. Turning to the man beside me, I offer my thanks. Thank you, Victor. Victor Fu replied, no need for formalities, Senior. I was watching the live broadcast and happened to be passing by. I smiled faintly, pressing no further. He didn't inquire either, simply asking, where to? I'll drive you. I gave my home address. We arrived quickly. Before I exited the car, Victor pulled out his phone and waved it slightly. Senior, let's exchange contacts. When I hesitated, he chuckled softly. Who knows? I might need your help someday too. At this, I nodded and took out my phone. All right. After exchanging contacts, Victor drove away. I turned and entered my home. This house was purchased by Ethan Shun and me before our marriage. Though modest in size, it holds all the memories we shared. During our free days without schedules, we'd often curl up here gaming and binge-watching dramas. Even after marriage, I never considered moving. Except now, Ethan seldom comes home anymore. The moment I stepped inside, my agent's call came through. Yen, check trending topic now. Ethan Shun X Lily by relationship official announcement. What a picture-perfect couple. I'd thought rebirth would make me impervious to such storms. Yet those few stark lines on the screen still lacerated my vision. Ethan Shun V. Allow me to introduce my one and only girlfriend. At Lily Bai. Lily Bai. The road is long, looking forward to walking it with Mr. Shun from now on, Red Heart. 5 years dating. 5 years married. A decade waiting for his public acknowledgement. Now, Ethan gives it away effortlessly to another. My agent's voice pressed on. The gossip mills claim Lily's been someone's mistress. This is Ethan protecting her reputation. Outrageous. But isn't she exactly that? You and our Academy Award winner have been married all these years. Never even. Auntie you. I interrupted softly, asking, when will my visa be ready? Auntie you fell silent. Have you really decided to quit the industry and go abroad? I nodded. 10 years ago, I abandoned my dreams for Ethan Shun. Now, I won't let him derail my life again. Ethan and I grew up together, childhood friends since we could remember. As an orphaned, introverted child living on others' charity, I was often bullied by the neighborhood kids. Ethan would always step in front of me, shielding me, standing up for me, until we turned 15, when his parents' bankruptcy drove them to jump from a building, leaving him alone under crushing debt. Shattered, he teetered on the edge of ending his life. I held him through those nights, whispering reassurances. We were each other's light in the darkness, clinging together for survival. Then, at 18, I received the invitation I dreamed of, admission to Alden University overseas. That night, Ethan said nothing. He just gripped my hand, eyes red-rimmed, standing vigil until dawn. By morning, I declined the acceptance letter and signed with a talent scout, instead stepping into the entertainment industry. I would repay Ethan's debts. He was young. His future couldn't be shackled by this burden. But showbiz was merciless. Endless auditions, filming days, promotional gigs. I drank until my stomach bled at networking dinners. Finally, in my 5th year after debut, a breakout drama role allowed me to clear the Shun family's debts at last. Close friends would ask me, was it worth it? Back then, watching Ethan Shun cook for me daily and stay by my side, I thought everything was worthwhile. But now, a phone notification snapped me out of my thoughts. Looking down, I saw Ethan's caller ID flashing on my screen. After a moment's hesitation, I answered. His voice came through crisp and cold. Quite the actress now, aren't we? Hiring some man to play act and make me jealous? Your little scheme failed. I know exactly how much you love me. This doesn't even ruffle me. I gripped the phone in silence. Then a familiar female voice chirped through the receiver. Ethan, come cut my birthday cake. His immediate response, coming. Then back to me, his tone businesslike. You know, Choo Choo and I are promoting our new drama. Once the publicity cycle ends, I'll break it off. Don't overthink this. Wait for me at home tonight. I'll bring your favorite braised pork. Memories drifted through me like smoke. Ethan had entered showbiz after being spotted by a director while visiting me on set. I'd objected immediately. His dream had always been scientific research. Taking that acting role meant burning every bridge to laboratories forever. But I never expected Ethan Shun to approach the director privately. Later, he held me in his arms. His eyes reddened as he gazed at me. Yen, I don't want you to suffer hardships with me. I want to earn enough to give you a better life. From that moment on, Ethan abandoned his dreams for me and devoted himself entirely to the entertainment industry. Our connection grew, increasingly strained by the demands of our busy lives. When the first scandal about him surfaced, he flew 5 hours overnight to reach me, embracing me as he apologized, insisting it was all a misunderstanding. He promised to handle it and begged me not to dwell on it. I suggested going public about our marriage, but he feared it would damage his career and disappoint his fans. Now wasn't the right time, he said, yet he swore to me that I would always be his only wife, the only one by his side. In the end, I yielded for his sake and said no more. Until Lily Bai appeared. At a banquet, she was nearly taken advantage of, and in her escape, she fell into the water. Ethan rescued her. She was like a delicate white flower, pure and naive. Drenched, she lay trembling in Ethan's arms. That night, the two of them stormed the trending topic, with gossip accounts spreading the story wildly. This time, Ethan said nothing. By the time I collected myself, his call had already ended. I didn't dwell on anything else, but contacted my lawyer to draft divorce papers. Before going abroad, I needed to settle matters with Ethan Shun completely. What I never expected was Ethan bringing Lily Bai home with him that evening. Lily peeked out from behind Ethan, cheeks flushed, and trotted toward me with a giggling announcement. Tada, teacher Chow, hee. We packed leftovers from my birthday banquet for you. Eat up. Ethan remained standing, sighing helplessly. Slow down. You're drunk. Watch your step. Then he paused and turned to me. Lily had too much tonight. It's unsafe for a girl to go home alone. She'll stay over. All right, your hangover remedy is decent, isn't it? Make her a bowl. I stood frozen, ears ringing. My hands trembled uncontrollably. Ethan's infidelity was one thing, but now he's brazenly bringing her home and ordering me to cook her hangover remedy. A grown woman. Where's her entourage? Lily never steps out without 3 or 4 assistants. How could she be alone? At the very least, she could stay at a hotel. Ethan frowned. Yen, when did you become so petty? My voice trembled uncontrollably. This is my house. Get out. Seeing the redness at the corners of my eyes, Ethan Shun softened his tone. All right, Joanna, I'll have someone take her away immediately. Ethan took out his phone, ready to make the call, but the next second, a piercing scream rang out. Lily Bai tumbled headlong down the staircase. Ethan's face paled dramatically. He threw his phone aside and rushed toward Lily. He was frantic, utterly unlike his usual composed self. Lily lay motionless in Ethan's arms, her eyes shut tight. Ethan's face darkened as he fixed me with a stormy glare. My heart lurched, and the words spilled out instinctively. It wasn't me. But before I could finish, Ethan's palm struck my cheek. Joanna Chow, are you suggesting Lily threw herself down the stairs to frame you? She's a celebrity. You know how much her appearance means to her. The slap left me stunned, and with it, the flickering light in my heart was snuffed out completely. As Ethan carried Lily toward the door, I called out to him, Wait. I handed him the divorce papers. Sign this, or you're not leaving. Ethan Shun shot me an angry glare. In the past, when we had arguments, I'd always pester him to buy me things, making him sign bills to console myself. Now, without even looking at what it was, he signed his name immediately. Then he strode out with Lily Bai in his arms, where Ethan couldn't see. Lily Bai curled her lips at me in a smirk. Lily Bai hospitalized became a trending topic. The photos showed her lying weakly on the hospital bed with bandaged forehead, Ethan Shun attentively caring for her. The internet overflowed with posts praising their perfect relationship. Auntie, you had been my manager since my debut. While others didn't know about Ethan and me, she understood everything. She came to me cursing Ethan vehemently. Are the papers ready, Auntie? Auntie, you nodded. They'll be processed in 3 days. These 3 days would give me time to settle other matters. But unexpectedly, on the third day, another post trended explosively. Breaking: Academy Award winner Joanna Chow meddles in Ethan Shun and Lily Bai's relationship. Exclusive: Joanna Chow's attempted assault on Lily Bai foiled. Clicking the trending tag, I saw countless gossip accounts frenetically reposting 2 damning photographs. The first photo shows me returning home last night. The second captures Ethan Shun and Lily Bai walking hand in hand not long after me, heading to the same place. The comments exploded. Holy shit, what's going on? Why did all 3 of them enter the same house? Damn it, that bitch Joanna Chow. My sister's in the industry. She heard Joanna sneaked into the Academy Award winner's place last night and caused Lily's injury. Why would Joanna break into Ethan's home? This reads like some obscure cipher. I can't make sense of it. Stop spouting nonsense. What would our Joanna gain from trespassing? The online brawl raged on. Then, a scorching comment rocketed to the top. Joanna never had an off-screen boyfriend. She fabricated everything. She's been Ethan's delusional fangirl for years. When he and Lily went public, jealousy drove her to sneak into his home and push Lily down the stairs. I've got proof. Check my screenshots. Joanna used to be Ethan's top fan account, back when Ethan Shin first entered the industry with barely any fans. I visited his sets, even ran secret accounts to boost his metrics and manage his fandom. I kept this utterly clandestine. Only Ethan and I ever knew. Yet now, this user's evidence glared at me from the screen, undeniable and damning. My hands trembled as I dialed Ethan Shun's number. He only picked up on the 5th ring. Ethan, it was you. Who else could have leaked those photos but Ethan Shun? Silence hung heavy on the other end of the line. After what felt like eternity, Ethan finally spoke. Joanna, you brought this upon yourself. Your careless words on the reality show made netizens believe Choo Choo was some homewrecker. The backlash ruined her reputation. Our relationship announcement wasn't just for the new drama. We were trying to salvage what you destroyed. I thought you'd show remorse, but then you pushed her down the stairs. His words made me laugh until tears welled in my eyes. All for my sake. If she's not a homewrecker, then what is she? Some pure-hearted innocent maiden? Joanna Chow, you're being utterly unreasonable. Ethan's roar cut through my sarcasm. Enough. I won't let this feud escalate. Apologize to Choo Choo, and I'll have her publicly forgive you. Let this matter rest. Just like that. How convenient. Spoken like someone who's never survived the entertainment industry's crucible. I tilted my head back, willing the tears not to fall, and was about to say something to Ethan Shun when another voice came through the phone. Academy Award winner Shun, Lily is awake and asking for you. I'll be right there. Ethan Shun responded urgently. By the time I looked at my phone again, the call had already ended. Ethan Shun hurried toward Lily Bai's hospital room. Halfway there, as if remembering something, he stopped and turned to his assistant. Did you buy that necklace I asked for earlier? The one Joanna mentioned she liked. The assistant nodded. Send it to Joanna then. Ethan Shun knew Joanna Chow had her pride. Making her apologize to Lily Bai would surely wound her. But there was no helping it. Those who make mistakes must face the consequences. Fortunately, Joanna was easy to placate. In the past, buying her a little something had always smoothed things over. Come to think of it, wasn't there a matching bracelet? Give that to Lily. When Ethan sent someone to deliver the necklace, Auntie, you was playing Lily Bai's live broadcast interview for me. On screen, Lily lay in her hospital bed while Ethan Shin tenderly tucked in her blanket. The reporter asked, MS, Lily, have you seen the online discussions these days? Did Joanna Chow really try to break up your relationship and then push you down the stairs? Lily Bai forced a smile. Don't blame Joanna. After all, Ethan is exceptional, and many admire him. The media grew furious upon hearing this. So it's all true? How is Joanna Chow's behavior any different from an obsessive fan? Disgusting. How dare someone like her be called an Academy Award winner? Lily Bai smiled faintly, but remained silent, feigning exhaustion. Noticing her bracelet, a reporter gasped, This looks familiar. Wasn't it part of that European royal family collection auction recently? I heard there's a matching necklace too. Lilyby glanced at Ethan Shun, and the reporters instantly understood. The bond between Academy Award winner Ethan and Lily is unshakable. No homewrecker could ever come between them. Auntie, you finally snapped, cursing at her phone screen. She even chased out the assistant Ethan had assigned. My agency isn't some pushover either. I return home whenever I'm not filming. The security guards have plenty of photos to prove my comings and goings. The company mobilized multiple gossip accounts to spread the evidence. Isn't this property Joanna Chow's? She's seen here often, unlike a certain Academy Award winner. With just 2 photos showing 3 people entering the same house at different times. How could this possibly prove Joanna Chow pushed Lilyby down the stairs? There might be circumstances we're unaware of here. Don't jump to conclusions. Meanwhile, the company's official clarification statement was posted. The online sentiment shifted slightly, but what truly shocked me was Ethan Shun's personal post. It appears MS. Joanna Chow frequently sneaks into my home to case the place when I'm away. The attached image, a property deed. At that moment, I felt blood rushing to my head. My ears roared as dizziness clouded my vision. Before clearing Ethan's debts, we'd squeezed together in a tiny rented apartment. After repayment, fearing he might feel insecure about our changed circumstances, I'd put his name on the deed when buying this house. Back then he'd smiled and told me, "Joanna, don't overthink it. I believe in what we have." Now, that very bond had transformed into a dagger aimed at my heart. A merciless stab. Auntie, you exploded. She never imagined Ethan could be this ruthless. The marriage license. Your wedding. Post the marriage license. Joanna, where's your license? Ethan took it. He kept all those documents. On the day we got our marriage license, Ethan Shun was overjoyed, kissing the document several times. He said he wanted to frame both licenses and preserve them properly. Auntie, you fell silent. After a long pause, she asked, "Joanna, have you two really been together for 10 years? A bitter smile tugged at my lips. Just then, my phone buzzed with a message. Need help? It was from Victor Fu. Thanks, but no. After turning off my phone, I handed Auntie Yu a flash drive. Auntie, release this. There were cameras in that house. Ethan didn't know. I've never liked exposing myself on camera. But after coming home alone to that empty place time after time, with stalkers lurking outside, I got scared. So I installed surveillance. The cameras had captured everything that happened that night, from Ethan bringing Lily by inside and demanding I make her hangover remedy, to how I never touched her, yet she tumbled down the stairs herself, followed by Ethan slapping me. When the video went public, the internet exploded. Holy shit, what just happened? In the video, Joanna Chow says the house is hers, and Ethan Shun doesn't even deny it. But wasn't the property deed under Ethan Shun's name? See that? Our Yen Yen never laid a finger on Lilyby. How shameless can that Lily be? From the video, she barely scraped her forehead, yet she stayed hospitalized for days. Is she really this brazen about wasting public resources? None of your damn business. Troll, our Lily paid for it. She can stay as long as she wants. Is Ethan Shun really that stupid? Believing whatever Lilyby says? That worthless man, if he's not using his brain, he should feed it to dogs. Dogs. EW. No thanks. Our Lily is the Academy Award winner's girlfriend. Who else should he side with? I actually think him protecting his woman is hot. What's the real relationship between these three? What actually happened? And you scrolled through the online comments, reading them aloud to me while cursing Lilyby. In her fury, she even dragged Ethan Shun into the insults. After the tirade, she suddenly paused and looked at me. I smiled faintly. It's fine. He and I are nothing to each other now. Lilyby's team reacted swiftly. They posted a clarification immediately. We apologize for occupying public attention. That night, Ashin was celebrating my birthday with me. I got overly excited and drank too much by accident. Ethan was worried I might encounter danger returning drunk. So, he took me to stay at his place for the night. To our surprise, We found Joanna there. She seemed mentally unstable at the time, insisting it was her house and demanding we leave. Sensing she might have suffered some trauma, Ethan tactfully asked Joanna to prepare a hangover remedy, really just giving her an excuse to exit gracefully. I distinctly remember being pushed from Joanna's direction, though it turned out to be a misunderstanding. I sincerely apologized to her here. What shocked us more was discovering she'd secretly installed surveillance cameras in the house. In the hospital room, Lily Bai's face twisted with rage after publishing her post. That bitch Joanna, who knew she kept such a trump card up her sleeve. When Ethan Shun entered through the doorway, her eyes immediately welled up. Ethan, this is all my fault. I was drunk that night and never meant to cause such a misunderstanding. I'll go apologize to Joanna right now. Ethan had come intending to confront Lily, but her explanation and red-rimmed eyes extinguished his accusatory fire. No need for apologies. You're still recovering. I'll handle things with her. Just focus on resting. Lily nodded gratefully. You're so kind, Ethan. I hope this won't affect your relationship with Joanna. Ethan Shun took out his phone and dialed Joanna Chow's number. But after 4 or 5 attempts, there was still no answer. His brows furrowed tightly. He knew Joanna must be throwing another one of her petty tantrums. He then called Yudion, but she didn't pick up either. Just as Ethan was growing increasingly agitated, another post surged to the top of the trending topic. Joanna Chow. There's always tomorrow. Let's meet again if fate allows. Accompanied by a retirement announcement, Ethan's pupils constricted violently. A sudden, ominous dread surged through him. Joanna, what are you doing? How could you retire without discussing it with me? Don't you remember we're married? How dare you make this decision alone? Joanna Chow, pick up the phone, or I swear I'll lose my temper. Only after sending 2 furious texts did he realize he'd been blocked. For no discernible reason, panic began clawing at his chest. Lily Bai also saw Joanna's retirement announcement. Her eyes widened before overwhelming glee flooded her heart. All these years in the entertainment industry, Joanna had overshadowed her at every turn. Now, that bitch was stepping down. From now on, resources would practically fall into her lap. But outwardly, Lily still had to maintain appearances. Tears instantly streamed down her face as she scrambled barefoot from her hospital bed. Ethan, why did Sister Yen leave the industry? Did I upset her? Her delicate, pitiful expression tugged at one's heartstrings. In the past, Ethan Shun would have scolded her for neglecting her health upon seeing her like this. But now, irritation prickled beneath his skin as he forced patience into his voice. It likely has nothing to do with you. She's always been proud. Just focus on resting in your hospital bed. Tears streamed down Lily Bai's face as she shook her head. No, it must be my fault. Ethan, take me to see Yen Yen. I'll apologize. Just as Ethan was about to respond, his agent's call interrupted them. Ethan, your secret marriage has been exposed. His eyes widened. Lily, standing close, heard it too. Her heart lurched. Minutes before boarding my international flight, I snapped a photo of the divorce papers and posted it online. When a netizen asked what document I'd made Ethan sign in the video, I replied, divorce papers. My apologies for lying on the reality show. I never had an off-screen boyfriend, just a 5-year marriage that ended. The apartment was bought under my name, but I put his on the deed. After hitting post, I powered off my phone and boarded. Yet fate had another surprise. Mid-flight, I locked eyes with a familiar face. Senior, what a coincidence. Victor Fu, wearing a baseball cap, waved at me. He glanced at his boarding pass and said, Senior, I'm seated beside you. I nodded and stood up from my seat to let him in. We didn't exchange a word during the flight. After landing, Victor turned to me. Where are you planning to go, Senior? I tightened my grip on my bag, just wandering around. Victor smiled but said nothing more. I'd already discarded my old SIM card. After disembarking, I switched to a new number, texted Auntie Yu to confirm my safe arrival, and avoided checking any online updates. I rented a small apartment and began preparing for enrollment. But on the first day of classes, when I saw the professor standing at the lectern, I froze. Victor grinned at me. What a coincidence, senior. After class, Victor treated me to dinner. He mentioned he'd joined the faculty 5 years earlier. My teaching load is light. If you need any help, senior, just let me know. Him calling me senior hadn't felt odd before. Now that he was my professor, the title graded with every syllable. Just use my name instead. Of course, Yen Yen. Me. In the following weeks, I immersed myself in studies. Time passed swiftly, and my rapport with Victor grew increasingly familiar. It wasn't that I didn't understand his meaning. It's just that the current me had neither the time, the energy, nor the desire to start a new relationship. I found an opportunity to make things clear with Victor Fu. Victor chuckled. That's your business. But me liking you is my business. You can't control my thoughts too, can you? Me. Fine, that made some sense. I really had no right to interfere. Still, Victor never crossed any lines, and our interactions remained perfectly civil. I saw Ethan Shun again 3 months later. I was having dinner with Victor, discussing research topics, when Ethan appeared at the restaurant entrance. After 3 months apart, his face was covered in stubble, radiating exhaustion. When he saw me, his eyes burned crimson. Yen, I finally found you. He rushed toward me, arms outstretched for an embrace. But Victor blocked him. Ethan froze, then turned a furious glare at Victor. Move. Victor smirked coldly. Sir, I suggest you compose yourself. Keep your hands to yourself. What's it to you if I hug my own wife? Ethan's eyes blazed with rage. Victor corrected him calmly. Ex-wife. Seeing Ethan again, my brows instinctively furrowed. Every time I used to see Ethan Shen, my heart would leap with joy. Now, all that remains is disgust. Yen, I didn't know those were divorce papers at the time. If I had, I would never have signed them. That doesn't count, Victor Fu remarked. Of course not. You were too preoccupied with your injured little sweetheart. Ethan Shen choked on his words, glaring furiously at Victor Fu. Yen, I wasn't thinking clearly back then. We've known each other since childhood. Over 20 years of history. Are you really going to throw all that away so easily? Ethan Shen stood, rooted in place, his eyes red-rimmed as he stared at me. In the past, that look alone would have melted my heart with pity. Now, all it stirred in me was revulsion. Victor Fu added, You certainly weren't thinking. Too busy, doting on your mistress to spare a single thought for our Yen. Enough, Ethan Shen snapped, his patience frayed. Mr. Fu, my marital affairs are none of your concern. With an empire under your command, shouldn't you be managing it instead of lurking here? Ethan Shen narrowed his eyes, scrutinizing Victor Fu. Unless your intentions are anything but honorable. Victor Fu replied smoothly, Correct. I'm here to court Yen. Me. Ethan Shen exploded. You shameless. Fu. His voice boomed, drawing startled glances from bystanders. I slapped Ethan Shen across the face. Hard. Ethan Shen, did you feel no shame when you and Lily publicly announced your affair during our marriage? Did you feel no shame when you slept with her? When you gave her resources and let her steal my roles? Did that not strike you as shameless? When you two collaborated to ruin my reputation online and tried to destroy me? How could you not see your own depravity? All color drained from Ethan Shen's face. His lips trembled. No, Yen, I never wanted to destroy you. You're my wife. I didn't. You knew all along. Yes, I knew. Lily confessed it to me herself. In my past life, before I died, she came to gloat about it. So that's why you... Yen, I'm sorry. It was my fault. I was drunk that night. I swear it only happened once. I never meant... Victor Fu cut in. You meant it. You... Enough, Ethan. Whether you meant it or not doesn't matter anymore. I met his gaze. You've made me sick. Profoundly, irredeemably sick of you. Find time to finalize the divorce. Without waiting for a response, I stood, having eaten enough, and left the restaurant with my belongings. Victor Fu followed silently behind me. After that day, I never saw Ethan Shen again. During that time, I reached out asking when we'd finalize the divorce paperwork, but he never responded. Just as my patience was wearing thin, Auntie, you called me. Ethan Shin was in prison. He'd pushed Lily by from a high-rise. Me. Auntie, you showed me a video. The footage showed Ethan confronting Lily. We agreed never to tell Yen Yen. Why did you tell her? He slapped Lily across the face before choking her. Lily pleaded desperately, swearing she'd kept her promise. But Ethan didn't believe her. He shoved her off the building. You falsely accused Yen Yen of pushing you before, didn't you? Well, now it's real, except I'm doing it for her. The fall wasn't from the highest floor, but high enough. Fate dealt Lily a cruel hand. She landed on exposed rebar. The steel rod severed nerves, leaving her paralyzed. Her reputation was already ruined from the mistress scandal, costing her endorsement deals. Now paralyzed, she couldn't even afford medical care. Her parents disowned her. Ethan was convicted of attempted murder. When I learned of this, I was surprised but not shocked. After his family's misfortune, Ethan Shun's heart had long since twisted. But before, I refused to give up on him. I kept pulling him back. Auntie, you said to me, many fans who once cursed you later realized they'd been fooled by Lily Bai and Ethan Shin. They started stalking the two, pelting them with rotten eggs. Even now, fans track down Lily Bai's hospital room, calling her deserving, hurling spoiled cabbage at her. With no caretakers and her immobility, she just endures it. By the time doctors and nurses find her, the stench clinging to her is unbearable. Plenty of fans also ask if you'd ever return to the entertainment industry. What do you think? I smiled. No, I won't. My life now is just fine. Though I've lost family, at my new school, I've made many new friends. My new life has only just begun. Victor Fu Epilogue. I first met Joanna Chow when we started university. She was bright-eyed and cheerful, the vice president of the student council. I often saw her feeding stray animals by the roadside. Her family was poor, and she had quite the burden to carry. Sometimes she'd only eat a steamed bun for lunch, yet still tear half to share with a cat. Though the cat seemed unimpressed, it humored her by eating it anyway. Yet her radiant smile remained etched in my mind. In our senior year, both she and I received admission offers from Alden University abroad. I had little interest initially, until I learned she'd be going too. At the start of term, I planned a coincidental reunion between hometown peers. But when I scoured the entire campus, she was nowhere to be found. Only after inquiries did I discover she declined the offer, assuming financial concerns. I prepared anonymous sponsorship, only to learn it was because of that deadweight. I disliked him from the very first glance. My instincts proved right all along. Later, we both entered the entertainment industry. She shone brilliantly, while I retained a professorship at Alden, though I never actually lectured. She rarely joined reality shows, but I watched every drama she starred in. I've met her privately at airports, even offered my family's endorsements, only for her to pass them to that deadweight instead. It made me want to blacklist him that instant, but I restrained myself, because he mattered to her, and I couldn't bear to see her hurt. Yet, that shameless parasite threw it all away with marital infidelity. Watching her humiliation during that live broadcast, I couldn't stay silent. I intervened, though she kept me at arm's length afterward. Still, I rejoiced, for I'd finally obtained her contact details. Though we connected during university, she'd abandoned that old account long ago. Wow, Professor Chow, you've hidden this so well. Would you have told us if not for losing truth or dare? This time, I couldn't resist reaching out directly, wanting to help her, but she said she needed no assistance. Later, when I considered acting first and explaining afterward, I saw she'd already posted her divorce papers and retirement announcement. A sudden thought struck me then. Could she possibly be planning to? I employed certain means to discover her flight details and secured the seat beside hers. Though neither of us spoke throughout the journey, that proximity alone contented me. As I'd suspected, she subsequently enrolled at Alden University abroad, at which point I felt profoundly grateful for my faculty position at that very institution. I became her professor, though she maintained her distance. This felt closer than before. I understood. Her wounds were fresh. Her heart wouldn't open soon. But I won't abandon this pursuit. After waiting all these years, what's a little longer?